I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Good morning. Hope you're all having a good one. Ready for today. Should be this afternoon should be fun, man. Let me get Toast on the screen real quick. I just sent them the link to join. I was running a minute late. So here's Toast here. I don't know. Is Trevor coming on?
I assumed so.
I didn't talk to him. I assumed he was, but it's just occurring to me that I never actually spoke to him. We'll switch it over to two people, and then if Trevor, I could just easily switch it right back to three if Trevor joins.
Yeah, today should be a good day for sports. I'm pretty excited to watch the Masters with my kids and veg out.
I mean, that's like what you hope for is like two big names at the end. That's or three if you count Corey Connors.
You took the words out of my mouth because your buddy dude, just killing it with this Corey Connors. I swear to God, I feel like I bet him every week.
Yeah, and I just placed another bet, Corey Connors to win at plus 1,800.
Oh my God!
Trevor's here.
Oh. Yeah, I'm throwing good because I gotta throw $25. How much did you get it at? 1,800.
Yeah, plus I didn't even. To be honest, I didn't even line chop. I just grabbed it on FanDuel.
No, that's cool. I just didn't want to make sure. I just didn't want to get 1,500, and then you'd be like, "Oh,
whoa! Why did Toast just disappear?" No, he didn't. He's just behind me.
Yeah, it's just this David Blaine intro class I've been taking. You just never know.
Yeah, what the hell? All right, so now we got Trevor here. Yeah, Trevor, I thought you were coming, but then it occurred to me that I actually hadn't talked to you. And Trevor does have a blemish on his record when he just slept through a show on Sunday morning once.
Yes, no, I was up. I was just putting in my pitcher list, and then I saw the clock. It was like 10:01. I was like, oh shit.
All right.
Can we address the Brewers?
What do you mean address them?
They were
done with them. I'm fucking done with this team. I'm so done with this team. Same with the Blue Jays. They can go to hell too.
You were just done with them after the opening series in the Bronx. Then you were back, and I think you said we're all the way back. And now you're done with them again. No, I saw they blew a lead.
They did 4-0 lead in the ninth.
The 4-0 lead in the ninth.
Oh my God.
5 runs in the ninth.
I would say, hey, you guys are missing Devin Williams, but judging by what we've seen, he would have done the same shit.
Shout out. I will say, though, I got a shout out to Helms in the Discord. I'm sure everybody knows him, but he's the one that pushed me over the edge. I wasn't going to bet it, and then he came in and he said he played first 5 run line at plus 180, and I said, all right, I got to get involved. I'm not going to sit out on the sidelines on this one. So shout out to Helms for that one.
Which game?
The Brewers game. The Brewers first 5. We played Brewers first 5.
So plus a half run?
No, minus a half.
What? The alt run line?
The alt run line. I only played the money line, but he, like I said, he was so confident in it that it made me jump. So I appreciate that, Helms.
Wow. All right. So we got 15 games to get to. Like I said, what am I put a piece of gum in for? Like I said, I did place a bet on Corey Connors to win at plus 1,800 because I felt everyone was talking about, everyone has made this Rory versus Bryson, right? 2 huge names at the top. And people are ignoring the fact that Corey Connors is only 4 strokes off the lead and has probably been the hottest golfer on the tour for a month and a half. So not really like, hey, this is a great bet. I don't know. It's Sunday Masters. I'll be watching. That's what I bet Corey Connors plus 1,800.
That's funny because I just put $10 on it too. All my other golfers are dead. I'm like, fuck it, just have a little bit of fun on Sunday.
Well, I've already locked in profit. I have Corey Connors plus top 20 ticket in my pocket, which I mean he would have to really collapse.
I was gonna say that's a pretty much a cash, right? Because that's what I was hoping on yesterday.
To fall out of the top 20, dude, he would need to do something serious. Let me look.
because I was just sending the golf guy a thank you again for finding Corey Connors, because I just feel like, yeah, every time I bet him, he cashes.
In order to fall out of the team, he's 6 strokes up. He would have to. Yeah, he's good on the top 20.
We're good. All right, yeah. So yeah, I'm in.
All right. So anyway, without further ado, let's talk Seam, and my streak of sweeps is over. I was on a little roll there. I hadn't lost a bet in 2 days. So like entering yesterday, I hadn't lost a bet since Wednesday. I was sweeping the board. That came to an end. I went 2-3 yesterday. All right, hold on. Let me mute this guy. Dude is in here just throwing I did an unmuting recently where like I give people another chance. Some people are like, "What is wrong with you?"
He said I did an unmuting recently. So
well, I usually I'd say like once a month I unmute a bunch of people because like sometimes you never know. Like you
get emotional. This is an emotional thing.
Yeah, sometimes you 100%. Say shit when you're losing bets. That's like I wish I didn't say that. Everyone's guilty of that, myself included.
Oh, yeah. So 100%.
So like every few weeks I unmute people. And then, but like, there's some people that as soon as I unmute them, immediately start commenting hate, like hate messages. So yeah, whatever. Giants on the road at Yankee Stadium. Toast, you trust Rodon here?
Yo, I'm at a point where I don't know if it matters who I trust or not. I feel like I just play the over again and fight my battle. I don't understand how it's 7.5. I mean, the weather's not crazy bad. I mean, obviously it's two very big name pitchers, and I wouldn't even argue with somebody if somebody told me that Rondon is gonna bounce back here today. Like, I'm not there. I wouldn't argue with that. It's not like the Giants are some crazy left-handed hitting lineup. They got a couple guys that can hit lefties, but nothing really crazy. And then Logan Webb, I mean, at the same time, I don't really think that he's going to be pitching at the level that he's been pitching and going 7 innings, essentially giving up run. I know that he's very good, but he's not that good to do that consistently. So he's also hasn't had a great history over the last couple of years of this Yankees team. So it would be over or just straight up Yankees at the cheap price. I know that Rondon hasn't really looked good, but the Giants have looked very, very good, but not necessarily against left-handed pitching. And again, I just think that Rondon's going to be able to pitch well. The only 2 lefties that the Giants have seen this year is Lodolo and Framber, and neither one of those games were particularly great. So again, have they seen some lefty relievers and whatnot? Yeah, but again, I guess the Framber game was a little bit better. But anyway, regardless, over 7.5. I don't want to pick a side.
I can't say.
The only thing that bothers me is the bullpens. Everybody's bullpen is ready to go, so I don't really know yet.
What about you, Trev?
I want the first 5 under. Like Toast said, Giants can't hit lefties. They're really, really struggling against it, and they haven't seen many of them. So Rodon, I think, will be all right. But Webb has been really damn good. High ground ball pitcher, we all know that. Wind is blowing out to right field 13 miles an hour today. So it's going to carry. But I don't think the Giants are going to be able to hit Rodon very well, and I'm not thinking Webb's going to get blasted here. I'm waiting because my first 5 over 4 is -130 and -125 on the 2 books I can use. So I'm hoping it pops to a 4.5, and then I get the 4.5. So if I get that, I'll take that. It just popped up. Give it to me. -125.
First 5 under 4.5, -125. So basically, you're saying Toast over is some bullshit.
No, maybe once these guys leave, but I don't know. I just don't think so. I mean, for the Yankees' first 5 totals 1.5. I'm sure that's probably free. Same with the Giants. Like all they got to do is score 2 runs. I don't think so. I think it's going to be more of kind of like a pitching duel here. Giants struggle versus lefties. Webb's been really, really good. Second lowest xFIP on the board today, also right behind Gilbert. So he's really good. 186 xFIP is 194. So I mean, basically the same thing, but do ever so slightly just to be a little better than what he has been. So I'll still take the first 5 under. Ground ball pitcher.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Yankees first 5 actually. You can leave the over up too, but I do think there'll be runs. But yeah, just considering looking at the Yankees bullpen, and if I think Rondon's going to pitch well, they should be able to I think the Yankees should be able to get a couple off of Mr. Webb there. And then the Yankees bullpen is not in the best shape, nor do I trust it at this moment in time either. So, put that up for me, please, Kyle. Thank you. Sorry for the extra typing.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on this game. I don't really have much interest in it. I'm not sure how I feel about the Yankees lineup right now. I mean, I'm indifferent.
Feast or famine. That's what I feel.
Blue Jays, Baltimore. Shout out the Orioles for getting it done for me yesterday.
Shout out B More. Shout out anything Baltimore.
And I need to apologize because I was cursing them out there for most of that game.
It was warranted.
Yeah, I was definitely a little pissed off at the Orioles when they were down 3-0. But then
should have been 10-0. Could have been 10-0.
Yeah, for real. And then dude hit a monster home run to make it 3-2. And from there, the Orioles were in control of the game. Even when they were still losing at 3-2, they were in control of the game the rest of the way.
When Adley hit that home run to tie it, I was like, okay, we're good.
I felt the same way.
Or when Vladdy got thrown out at second for not fucking taking up.
Oh, my God. What was that?
Blue Jays double plays. Well, Vladdy kind of ruined the game for them because he had at least 2, maybe 3 plays at first base where even like an average first baseman at worst picks those, and Baltimore's out. So, yeah, if Vladdy had a bad game, I wouldn't mind probably a Vladdy total base prop today. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead, Kyle.
I feel like the value of or the market's perception of Berrios is at an all-time low right now. I mean, pitching against Cade Povich as a pretty significant underdog, it's just crazy how Berrios, I mean, I feel like if you rewind a year ago, we all liked Berrios and the market liked him too. He was considered to be a high-end starting pitcher, and he's plus 114 against Povich is wild, dude.
Dude, this is unbelievable. Like, I feel like I'm missing something huge.
No, I mean, I think everyone's out on Berrios right now, and can you blame them?
Yeah, I can. He's been fantastic this year, besides one start. Like, he had bad start.
I thought he had 2 bad starts and 1 good start.
No, he had 5 2/3, 2 runs against the Nationals. I mean, that's your kicker. I mean, if that's, but I think that everybody's seeing that Baltimore got him earlier this year in the first game of the season, and now it should be good. I don't see that. So he's had a mixed history with this Baltimore team. We're talking about Jose Berrios here. Over his last 5 starts, he's had 2 really good or 2 really bad ones and 3 pretty damn good ones. Actually, I would argue 3 really good ones, actually. So a little one of those another feast or famine type situations. I don't know how I've used that same term in the last 5 minutes, but here we are. And then as far as Povich is concerned, he's been kind of hit or miss. And to be honest, the game against the Royals, I mean, he went 6 innings. He only gave up 4 runs. Only one of them was earned, but 12 hits. I mean, that's not a good performance, regardless of however you want to talk about it. So on top of the fact that if you take a look at the Baltimore bullpen, I mean, they used essentially everybody yesterday. They're all going to be arrested and they're all going to be available, but Toronto just saw these guys. Toronto didn't use anybody in the bullpen yesterday. So let's just call this a starting pitching wash, depending on how you feel about Berrios and Povich. The lineups are a wash, and I have a bullpen advantage, and I'm getting
a wash? I think I would even give Berrios the advantage.
That's what I'm saying. Call it a wash if you want. I think I have the starting pitching advantage. I think I have the bullpen advantage. Yeah, I'll be on Toronto today. This number makes no sense. And this number makes absolutely no sense to me. I looked at it last night. I thought maybe this morning it would change. It hasn't. It's almost gotten worse. I feel like I don't understand what I'm missing.
And we're polling Baltimore.
Huh?
We're polling Baltimore.
Yeah, I don't understand what I'm missing. Toronto's probably one of my more favorite bets.
Well, I would say the lineups are not a wash. I still think Baltimore has the better lineup overall, but I feel like we have the starting pitching advantage. And like Toe said, I mean, the Baltimore used all their arms yesterday. They're probably going to be available to go again today, but the Blue Jays bullpen is completely rested. So I feel like I have the starting pitching advantage and the bullpen advantage. The lineup, yes, Baltimore's lineup, I would say, is still stronger, but they haven't looked all that great this year. Correct. Plus 114 with a significant – I think it's a good bet. Trev?
Cool. I will never bet on Toronto again and back that.
Oh, my God.
No, it would be first 5, but Adley Rutschman absolutely owns Jose Berrios. It's almost like Devers over Cole. Like he's, 15 of 25, 2 doubles, 4 homers. 2 doubles, 4 homers, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. Like, he makes contact with the ball against him. I don't hate Adley's over hits, runs, RBIs. It's 1.5 minus 115. But I've been doing really well with totals this year. I looked, I'm like, totals are apparently what I've been crushing. So I like the under in this one. Barrios, I think, is going to bounce back. His last 10 games in Toronto, when he's gone to Baltimore, he's had one bad game. That was that was in 2023. Went 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned, 2 dingers. Other than that, he's given up 2, 0, 1, and 2 against them and got 6 innings at least in every one. So I think the under is going to be fine here. Toronto's bullpen's fine, and then like you guys said, Orioles used their bigger arms yesterday, so that's what kind of scares me. But I'll take the under. What's the first 5 under here? Actually, 4.5. I'll take the 4.5 minus 110 for the first half under. I'll take that.
Toasty, did you bet this?
Yeah,
I'm gonna bet this too. I don't want to hold the show up because we kind of rambled for a while there in the beginning. I don't want people got shit to do. But I will. You have my word. I will be betting Toronto right after the show's over. I'll be posting into the Discord.
For everybody that knows, I bet it on FanDuel plus 116.
Damn it, maybe I should actually bet it now. What if that
Yeah,
line's
just
good?
do it. Well, I'll talk about this.
Yeah. When you start talking, I'm gonna go bet it. Braves on the road in Tampa. Kind of wish I. Oh no, I don't wish I bet the Rays because they blew that shit. Oh my God, the Rays were winning the entire game, and the whole time. I didn't have the game on one of the TVs because I didn't bet it. But every time I looked at the score, I was like, why didn't I bet Tampa? I like Tampa, but the Braves came back and won. So, and I don't know if Toast bet the Braves. He picked them on the show.
Nope. I had a really, really good day yesterday, but that was the one that I was like, man, I should have just bet them. There's no way they should have been plus 120 against that team.
But the Rays were winning the entire game.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying, like, when I saw the game and I saw them winning, I was like, damn, I really wish I would have done that. So,
any thoughts
this
on
one,
this
I know that Sauce is going to bet that game, but yeah, I guess the Braves are going to take a whole bunch of money here. I don't want to make a case that I think that the Rays are going to win this game or anything of that nature. But I will just say that I think that, and this isn't me hating on Chris Sale or anything like that, but I think that we have to like pump the brakes and just kind of remember that he's a very volatile pitcher. When he's right, he's very, very good. There's no question about. I'm not trying to. Obviously, he won a Cy Young last year. That he was very, very good, but to think that at his age and the way that he pitches, he's going to continue to pitch at that level for considering even longer is kind of a little bit of a fallacy for me. I mean, I'm not trying to make a case that he's like some terrible pitcher that's going to always have a 6.75 ERA or whatever metric you want to use. But I also don't think he's going to be the pitcher that we saw last year at 238 or anything like that. Has he looked average this year? Yeah. Again, those lineups that he's faced so far this year, the Padres, the Dodgers, and the Phillies, 3 of the best lineups in Major League Baseball. So yes, you could definitely say that Chris Sale hasn't been very good this year, but at the same time, you could also say he's faced some of the best lineups in Major League Baseball this year. I just don't know I don't know why you're getting the Braves that's kind of like a cheaper price, I guess, to be honest with you guys. Like, not that I'm like some Joe Boyle hater or anything like that, but I mean, he was pretty damn bad last year. I mean, he had like a couple random starts that were decent, but Joe Boyle for Oakland last year was pretty goddamn bad. So, and now he's facing an Atlanta lineup that I will give you that is not something that scares me at all. But I do feel like this is a really good spot for Chris Sale to pitch well. I mean, who on this Tampa Bay team hitting left-handed pitching is going to bother you? I mean, the Diaz kid, I mean, is pretty much the only guy. I mean, Lau, I guess. Diaz and Lau are pretty much the only 2 guys that really bother me. I mean, guys like Curtis Mead have somewhat decent numbers versus left-handed pitching, but at the same time, I mean, it's like, 40, 50 plate appearances? So, anyway, I was trying to be long-winded a little bit on purpose to give Sauce a little bit of time. But, yeah, Braves minus 1.5. This doesn't make any sense.
So I kind of got screwed on this one. If you're in the Discord, you know what happened. I love this under last night. I got it at 8. Then Shane Baz is switched out for freaking.
Oh, that's why the line moved. I was like, why is it such? What did I miss? That makes so much more sense. Okay,
I'll pull it up. What I was looking at here, my model had Shane Baz modeled out to go 18 out, so he possibly pitching into the 7th here. I had 6 runs being scored in this game. I loved that under 8. Plus, there was like a negative 8% run index on Ballpark Pal. So, like, I had the weather. I had Baz versus Sale. The Rays have shitty numbers versus lefties. It was a good matchup for Baz. The wind blowing in or whatever it was, positive weather pointing towards an under. I loved this under. and I did bet it, so I'm going to put it on the screen. But as I said, Shane Baz.
I still think you actually. I honestly,
still think you can hit too.
Good.
Yeah, I
think Chris Sale's going to go out there and throw like 6 or 7 shutty.
Yeah. Oh, I still think the bet could hit 100%. I'm just disappointed because I loved it last night. I was like, oh my god, this should be 6.5, 7.
And it sucks that it moved. It had nothing to do with you. It's not like you saw something wrong, but whatever.
So yeah, I did bet this one right here under. I have this exact ticket, but I bet it when I thought Baz was pitching for Tampa. Trev.
Yeah, I like the first 5 here with Chris Sale going against Joe Boyle. I'm pretty sure.
Looking at that.
Yeah, it's minus 120.
Yep, I'm in. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Yep, let's do that. Braves first 5 run line. Joe Boyle, I'm pretty sure he's the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the detective. So I don't know what he's doing pitching in this game, but give me Chris Sale over this guy all day. Braves, I know they didn't look good until the 8th or 7th inning or whatever last night when they blew up, but I don't think the Rays are going to be able to hit Sale. I mean, they struggle versus lefties mightily, and Sale just got rocked. I know he's given up 3, 3, and 5 this year, but I feel like this is a spot he can come out and actually like bounce back from it and have a really, really good outing against a team that struggles to hit lefties. So I'll back Sale and company first 5, and just don't want anything to do with bullpens.
The Braves
bullpens.
I was going to say that when you were done talking. The Braves bullpen is cooked. I mean, not cooked, but Iglesias has pitched like every day the last week. Like, and that's not an exaggeration.
No, there's no Iglesias, but like, dude.
But
other
Dylan
than that,
Lee
they're
went 25.
Hernandez
it's not that
29.
bad. It's
Montero
not that
went
bad.
31. Yo, they went 34. 3 guys went 25.
They're
going to
have Pierce Johnson.
Terrible.
Dylan Lee will be available. Maybe not Hernandez, but De Los Santos. It's Chris Sale. How many relievers are they going to need?
I'm just saying that's why I just wanted to let everybody know why I wanted to focus on the first 5, because I don't trust that Atlanta bullpen. Iglesias has worked, and 3 of those guys have thrown 25 pitches yesterday. I don't want nothing to do with De Los Santos in the freaking baseball game. No.
Next up, Pirates. So this one I was looking at last night, and I mean, very favorable matchup for Cincinnati. Molodzinski or whatever, giving up a lot of serious contact. I'll show you. 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Toast, what do you think of this game? I'll pull up the sheet.
I am. I'm not confused on the price. Like, obviously, like Hunter Green would be minus 190. I'm just confused. I'm confused on the total at 7.5, just because it, again, not that I don't.
No, I mean, I have a super low scoring game too. The Reds' offensive numbers actually look pretty shit.
I agree. I'm just saying that at 7.5 in this ballpark, it just seems pretty low. I'm not playing the over, but I do feel like I don't know. I'm not paying minus 190 or minus 1.5 with this Reds team, but I do think that Hunter Green should pitch pretty well here. So maybe a Pirates team total under. I don't know. It's just not. We've seen Hunter Green blow up at times. I don't feel like that's going to happen today. But at the same time, it did happen once last year against this Pirates team. So, again, I'm not betting this game. You can put the Reds up for me. I want to see if Hunter Green can continue to dominate. But keep in mind, Hunter Green's coming off a performance where he went 8 2/3 innings, 104 pitches. Again, the last time that he threw over 100 pitches in a game, he came back and faced the Pittsburgh Pirates later in the year last year, only went 3 innings and gave up 2 runs. If Hunter Green only goes 4 innings, that Cincinnati bullpen is absolutely cooked to among Bolivians. So, can you put up the over for me? So for the score.
Well, I have some pushback on the over if you'd like to hear it.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so obviously, at first glance, it's Molodzinski, right, against the Reds lineup. He sucks against lefty bats. I could actually pull it up for you so you could see yourself, because the spreadsheets are up and running. That you already know that if you're in the Discord. Very exciting. Whoa, sorry. Look at this. Against lefty bats, absolutely terrible. The Reds are loaded with lefties, right? So why aren't we loving the Reds to put up a bunch of runs? Well, there's a little bit of concern here. The wind is blowing in pretty heavy from right field towards third base. So it kind of it's a positive home run index, but it helps righty bats more so than lefty bats, which actually might favor the Pirates a little bit. And Hunter Green has been giving up some hard hit percentage. So I don't know. As much as like it's Hunter Green against the Pirates and they should crush Mlodzinski, there's a lot of moving pieces in this one. And I couldn't get to either side.
You trust me. I really wanted to. I was trying to find a way to get to Pittsburgh just because I don't think Mlodzinski's been terrible. And again, this is just a kind of a crazy price for a Reds team that truly can't hit to save their lives. But anyway, go ahead, Trevor.
Trevor, what are your thoughts? You went like this when I talked about the wind, so I guess you're like,
yeah. I was gonna say the wind is in today, boys.
It's blowing a certain direction that only affects, like, it hurts lefty bats and helps righty bats.
Regardless, it's still in. And like Toe said, Mlodzinski, he had the bad first game, but he did pretty damn well versus the Cardinals. But that was also a really rough spot for the Cardinals coming off of a doubleheader Sunday night baseball travel, the whole thing. But Hunter Green, like you said, he went 8 2/3, damn near won a complete game, and now he's going to come back out. And the bullpen is absolutely just fried. I
didn't know that.
Oh, dude, they are cooked.
No, I didn't know. Sorry, I read a comment. I didn't know that Hunter Green's never beat the Pirates.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, I was going to say Pittsburgh plus 164. I was like, dude, at this price, like, and given the circumstances, exactly, and it's Sunday, nothing makes sense ever on a Sunday. So, yeah, it would be Pittsburgh or nothing, but I'm not playing anything in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some really bad performances here against Pittsburgh.
But he's been on another level this year, though. Like, you got to admit, he's kind of leveled up a little bit here. But
no,
terrible
that's
spot.
That includes last year. He was good last year.
I'm very, especially over his last 10 starts, he's been almost dominant. So I'm very curious. The
Pirates beat Hunter Green twice in Great American last year.
Yeah.
O'Neal Cruz has got good numbers versus him too.
And the other game, yeah, but he's hurt. I don't know if he's going to play.
He is playing.
Matter of fact, the Pirates won all 3 games that Hunter Green pitched in Great America. Or no, that was in Pittsburgh. Sorry.
Yeah,
he went no innings. He gave up no hits, 2 hits, no runs, and they still lost that game. So
yeah, the Pirates own Hunter Green. What the fuck kind of crazy shit is that?
And they actually own Cincinnati over last year, not including this year, 16-10.
Someone's saying in the comments, in his career, he has never beaten the Pirates. That's so wild.
He hasn't pitched
Maybe
terrible.
I'll sprinkle on this. Maybe I'll sprinkle on it.
That'd be funny. I will tell you right now, that will be something I write down if they lose again today. I will be writing down Hunter Green versus the Pirates in my Pirates book.
What a fucking weird, like, they're so bad.
I know, it's so weird, but baseball, you gotta love it.
And the Pirates bullpen's fried. Pittsburgh, the bullpen sucks, but they only used 2 arms yesterday.
So Pirates bullpen is good. Pirates bullpen's fresh. It's the Cincinnati bullpen that's fried.
No, I'm not saying they're not healthy right now or available. Like, they are, but overall they're just dogs.
It like doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, LeBron James, but the Hornets own him. What?
It happens.
Royals on the road in Cleveland. We got the Coleman.
If you wanted to, you could get Hunter Green not to record a win minus 130.
What's to record a win?
Plus 105.
Tinker says, "Go ahead, throw money at Pittsburgh, kiss it goodbye."
You know what? Don't force me, buddy. I know
I'm
you're
not betting the Pirates
right now.
I'm not betting
real high right now.
Wait, is Tinker? What baseball team's near Indiana? What is your fan?
They're like Reds or Cubs fans in Indiana.
He's a Reds guy.
Oh, he's a Reds guy.
He's
Typical.
a big Reds guy. Yeah. Last night was huge. Last night was huge for him. It was Ellie bobblehead night, and Ellie hit a home run. So
grand slam. Shut up.
Touche. Fair enough.
What about Cole Reagans at Cleveland? What do we think?
This under yesterday, absolute garbage. I don't know if you saw the last. What was it? 4 or 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th and top of the 9th.
Royals, dude. Fuck the Royals.
I did not see it.
Spot. It's a Royals spot. I'm probably going to end up betting it. I don't fucking want to, but I feel like my hand is being forced. I don't think that Ben Lively is that great. I think that he's had a nice little run bit of a run last year. He got smoked by the Padres, and then now his numbers look somewhat decent because he threw 5 innings, no run ball against the White Sox. Not that this Royals offense is something to ride home about, but I do think they're a little bit better, significantly better than the White Sox. On top of that, Cole Reagans has been very, very good for them this year. I know that he has a lot of history with Cleveland, but at the same time, I do think that the Royals have a significant starting pitching advantage here. The only thing that's like holding me off is that Cleveland is so good versus lefties, and they have a lot of experience with Reagans. But if you look at that Cleveland bullpen, I mean, Clase went 24 pitches yesterday and looked absolutely terrible doing it. Cade Smith went back-to-back days. Herron back-to-back days. Sewald went 14 yesterday. And a Kansas City bullpen that didn't use anybody. So you can put up Kansas City for me. I don't know if I actually get there. This team just can't score to save their freaking life. So everything that tells me to bet Kansas City, but I don't know if I actually end up doing it. So, but yeah, Cleveland's starting to be kind of hot right now. And I don't know if it's just because they played the White Sox and won a couple games against the Royals, or if they're actually starting to play better. I haven't really put my finger on that yet. So Royals for me, don't 50-50 if I actually bet it. We'll see what these two have to say.
What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, Lively versus Reagans, Guardians. Royals first 5. I got plus 105 here on the run line. So Cole Reagans, Ben Lively, like that's it. I don't want to deal with the bullpens. Bullpens have scarred me for a couple days here after yesterday's debacle across the league. So give me the first 5. I think Reagans is going to do really well. Lively had a 5 innings, 2-hit game against the White Sox, no earned. Congratulations. See you do that again. He still walked 3 guys and only struck out 4. So if you're going to walk three Royals today and only strike out 4 through 5, like you're going to give up some runs. It is what it is. So I'll back Reagans. I don't want to dick around with these bullpens. And I have no problem fading Lively. He has not been good outside of that White Sox game. Granted, the other 2 are on the road. He's at home here, but still, Kansas City. I know Reagans has got bad numbers versus the Guardians here, but it's not like they looked great yesterday. They just happened to catch a Sam Long out there, just left to die, and bases loaded, no outs, and blew up. So,
I was on the Royals, though. I feel you.
Oh, dude, I had under, and it was a dead under until the bottom of the friggin' 8th, and then, whatever. So, Royals first 5 here, run line plus 105. I'll back Reagans here, and just not even avoid bullpen, or not even deal with the bullpens.
I mean, how do you not bet Kansas City here?
That's why I'm not betting them, because it feels like it's almost too obvious and short. Like I would feel so much more confident if they were like plus or minus 140 right now. But like it almost feel like I'm getting.
No, I mean, I don't know. Cleveland's look better, I guess. But I mean, if you're wondering why I said that, just what Toast said. You got Cole Reagans pitching, the significant starting pitching advantage. Not that Ben Lively's terrible, but still, I mean, Cole Reagans, significant starting pitching advantage. Bullpen, it's not. I mean, Cleveland's pretty worked up in the bullpen, and Kansas City's bullpen is completely rested. I don't know how you don't take the minus 130. What's the situation as far as the spot? I mean, where are these teams going after this? Kansas City's going to the Bronx to play the Yankees after this, and the Guardians. Oh my God, they have the day off. No, screw this. I'm not playing this shit. Cleveland's saying. Cleveland's got the day off.
Like, it feels like they're baiting us.
Nah.
This will be 2-1 Royals after 5, and then the bullpen will just fuck it up per usual.
I just don't want to. And see, if I play the Royals, I feel like I have to play on the bullpen advantage because that's the whole point. I like them. So,
yeah. Sure. Nats Marlins. Man, I really liked my Nats bet last night. Every single time they did something, the Marlins extended the lead. They ended up losing 7-6.
I felt so lucky catching my first 5
run. You were lucky, man.
I was like, well, my day is going to be either really good or really bad, depending on if the Marlins score here, and we got one. So.
We got a getaway day. But I mean, the Marlins just true. But I mean, the spot is the road getaway days. The vibe that fits is the Marlins have just been beaten twice by a team that's
they've been beaten down.
Yeah, they've been beaten.
No one wants them.
They've been beaten twice by a team that's better than them, and the team that's better than them has already won the series and is already looking ahead to the next series, and the Marlins steal that one. That's the vibe that you're looking for. That doesn't describe this here. These are division rivals. It's in Miami. The Marlins just won yesterday. So the Nets aren't trying to draw. You know what I mean? They're not looking ahead. The Nets want this game. So Any thoughts here, Trevor? You want to go first?
It's Mackenzie Gore versus Cal Quantrill. I mean,
and then look at the Miami bullpen.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the bullpens. I was just pulling them up.
And then you can still get Washington at a cheap price. Make that.
The Miami bullpen's not that bad.
Okay.
It's pretty much only Veneziano. Bender's available. Foucher will be available. Henriquez will be available. They'll all be available.
I just don't know how you don't back Mackenzie Gore from what he's been doing this year, and you get Cal Quantrill. Like, this does feel cheap at 142. Feels pretty dirt cheap. But Miami, their offense went nuts yesterday. Are they going to do that again? And against a lefty, it's not like they're really that good. They're better, I guess. Fair enough.
But hold on, Cal Quantrill has better numbers against lefty bats. Nats are loaded with lefty bats.
Dude, I'm telling you, I really think Miami's the spot here. I really do.
Nah, you're both wrong. Minus 21% home run. The play is the under.
I love an under.
Coming off a high-scoring game. Yeah, the play is the under. I'm betting this.
All right, let's do it.
You got wind blowing in.
Game or first five, because I, again, didn't want bullpens.
Wind blowing in heavy. You got Mackenzie Gore pitching against the Marlins, coming off a high-scoring game. So people are a little hesitant to bet the under. The score was 7-6 last night.
Wait, are you being serious about the wind?
It's a dome.
Oh, my God.
I thought you were trolling for a second.
So did I for a second, and then I waited.
I'm still betting it. Why do they even put this shit up? That happened last year, too. What was the ballpark in Milwaukee last year?
Well, Milwaukee's got a retractable roof, so sometimes that does matter.
Screw Milwaukee, dude.
So does Miami, actually.
Yeah, that's right. Screw Milwaukee, dude.
I like the under.
I don't know, Trevor. You can. I if you have something, you can go first. But
no, I was gonna say Mackenzie Gore. I did like the under, but Cal Quantrill's pitching, which scares me.
He's got better numbers against lefty bats, and that's the entire.
It's Cal Quantrill. His name, just in general, brings bad vibes and juju around whenever anyone says it.
You're tripping. You hate on Cal for no reason.
Oh, duh. Yeah, I'm hating on Cal. He's a bum.
You're discriminating against Cal, bro.
I am 100%. I don't know. I like the under or Nats first five run line just because it is Cal Quantrill versus Gore here. But yeah, like he said, with the 14, 15 runs or whatever yesterday, now we're getting 8 total. And it's sitting here at it's juiced under minus 122. So wanted the first five. Don't want to back a first five under with Quantrill, but yeah, that's where I would be first five under. No bullpens. I'm not dicking with bullpens today.
I will say that I do think that your guys' under does make sense to me because I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's not a lot of people into the weeds with this Washington and Marlins team like I am, but both of these offenses are like really smoking the ball over the last like 5 days or so. So I think that kind of goes really under the radar. I mean, take a look at Washington did against the Dodgers. I mean, 6 runs, 8 runs, 5 runs, and then another 7 and 6 against Miami the last couple of nights. Miami 7-4, 5-5, 0-4, 5. I mean, so it's not like either one of these offenses are really hitting bad right now. So I think that the number at 8 or 7.5, whatever you get it at, it's low for a reason. I really want to play on Miami. I don't know if I actually end up getting there, but for one, I don't think that the Washington offense is as good as what it's shown, especially the last couple nights. I think they got a little bit lucky last night. Sandy had a really bad inning and whatnot, but again, I do think that sooner or later this Washington offense is going to fall off a cliff, not meaning for the rest of the year, but it's just really hard to sustain scoring 6 runs a game, especially coming off Dodgers and Arizona series. Like sooner or later, Washington's just going to have a bad day at the office type of thing. And yes, Mackenzie Gore has been very, very good. I mean, he's faced some very good lineups, but at the same time, like I just mentioned, like Miami versus left-handed pitching, I mean, they're a little bit better against them. I mean, guys like Myers and Hill and Conine and Xavier Edwards isn't terrible versus left-handed pitching. So it's not like for me, I don't see a lefty on the mound and look at Miami and be like, oh man, I can't really back them. So we also know that the Washington bullpen's terrible. I don't love the situation that the Miami bullpen is in because all the Nationals players have.
It's fine, dude.
I don't like the spot that the Miami bullpen's in because a lot of the national players have seen those guys just yesterday, and you're already kind of cutting it thin a little bit with when you're betting a team like Miami with Mackenzie Gore on the mound. But I do think that you're only getting plus 120-ish for a reason there. So, yeah, you can put Miami up for me. I actually probably might end up betting it. I've only got like 2 or 3 bets open right now, so I might hang out with a fish. What up, Charles? How you doing, brother?
Remember, the wind is blowing in here.
I factored that in, so I was just making sure.
Next up.
He said, why do they even put this shit on here?
Dead ass. I said the same thing last year with Milwaukee.
I can't make fun after my Seattle debacle last week.
Yeah, you and your stupid ass
That was
windows.
That was funny.
I mean, if you're looking for one team that robbed me of what should have been my third straight winning day, look no further. If we want to put the finger at one team that robbed me of keeping my winning day streak alive, we point right at the Boston Red Sox. I don't understand what has gotten into this team. Look, the first game of this series when Toast bet them, terrible spot. I get it. Coming off the extra inning win, a huge game against Toronto, they're immediately flying out against a rested team. I get it. But what is your excuse for yesterday, Boston? What is Boston's excuse for losing that game yesterday? Because there aren't any other than, okay, they just suck. They had no excuse for losing that game yesterday.
I agree. I can't argue with you on that one.
Isn't this team supposed to be good this year? Wasn't everyone flexing Boston?
On paper.
They're supposed to be pretty good, yeah. So
what do you think, Toast?
I think that you play I would like to play on Boston. I think that Garrett Crochet pitches extremely well. My issue is this. I mean, the total in this game is at 7. So for me to get like a White Sox team total under would be minus 2.5, 135, minus a half a run in the first 5 at plus 135. I can't even get like a juice minus 1.5 team total. I think Garrett Crochet comes back and shoves against his old team that he used to pitch against, and he's coming off a terrible performance against Toronto. So his first 2 starts on the road this year were pretty damn good. I expect him to shove today. I mean, I guess I can't play unders. I wanted to play like a first 5 under like 4 or something like that. I'm not playing under 3.5 because I don't, as much as I don't trust this Boston offense right now, I don't know if I can really go to bat with Shane Smith either. So you can put Boston. Let's see what the first 5 run line is if it's terrible. Yeah, I guess just Boston minus 1.5. I guess I don't think I actually end up betting that, but it's because it's like minus 120 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not.
But
Same ditto. Boston minus 1.5. Not betting it. That's the only. If you put a gun to my head and force you to place the bet in this game, that's what I do. Or maybe Crochet to record a win.
Minus 110.
Minus 110.
That's probably That's probably your best bet if you're trying to bet that game.
Yeah, I think that's a better bet. Crochet to record a win. And you know that the last time I gave out that bet on the show, it won, and I didn't even bet it, was
Gavin Williams.
Gavin Williams.
Yeah, because nobody reminded you. That's on the chat.
I blame Charles. I blame Eric. Yep. That's whose fault that is.
Oh, even when I have trouble with my wife, I just blame Shipley. I'd be like, "Oh, he called me and started BSing about his wife." I don't know.
Yo, by the way, Shipley, is anyone trying to go? I'll talk to you guys in the Discord after. Me and Toast are going to be at Yankee Stadium on Thursday and then Citi Field on Sunday of a weekend in May. If anyone's trying to go, let me know in the Discord.
Shipley's going to go. Shipley wants to go. I told him that I didn't know what the ticket situation was, so
I got 4 to the one game, but we could always get more. Anyway, Trev, what do you think?
Yeah, I was looking at Crochet record a win also, so I knew that price off the top of my head. Also, the under 1.5 earned runs for him. It's minus 107. He had 4 runs against him against the BJs.
Wait, what was your bet? What was the minus 107?
Under 1.5 earned runs.
Oh, okay.
Crochet. Like Toe said, I think he absolutely just deals. He was pretty sick and fed up with this team, and they finally got rid of him. So I think he's going to repay the favor by just absolutely shutting them down. I haven't bet anything in this game, but the win and the under earned runs. I mean, like, wind is blowing in big time, 15 miles an hour in from center field, 58 degrees. So it's going to be a chilly one. I think Crochet is going to be locked and loaded, ready to roll today. So basically even money for under 1.5. He gave up 2 at Texas. Although he went to Baltimore, 8 innings shutout, and then Toronto, he had 1 earned against him, and that was off of a home run. And I don't see the White Sox really doing a whole lot here against him. Not to mention the numbers for the White Sox here: 84 WRC plus, a 628 OPS, and a 106 ISO. Hard hit percentage, they are dead last at 22%, and a 42% ground ball rate. So good luck. Just give me Crochet under earned run and win probably.
It just really quickly. Sorry to cut you off, Sauce. I just wanted to point out this step up in class. I know that the White Sox have been playing somewhat decent, but they've also been pacing guys like Reese Olson, Jackson Jobe, Lively, Allen, Gavin Williams, Sean Newcomb, Dick Fitz. The step up in class to see Derek Crochet and a left-handed pitcher is just insane for them. Sorry, go ahead.
So first of all, someone said, oh, never mind. I can't find the comment anymore. But anyway, Goon Collector says, Sauce, I know exactly what series you're going to in May. Don't you dare put the Juan Soto jersey on. I don't think you do, because it's Sunday Night Baseball against the Dodgers. That's where we're going to.
Oh, my God.
I think he thought is Mets-Yankees in that time. I think that's what he's implying.
No, it's Mets-Yankees is the next month, I think. Or
no, it's in May.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the week before we're going. But no, we're not going to Mets-Yankees. We're going to the Mets-Dodgers Sunday Night Baseball, and then we'll be at Yankees-Rangers in Yankee Stadium 3 days before that. So we're doing both stadiums. Toast, you should see if the Phillies are in town. We'll go all 3.
I'm literally doing that right now.
It's not even an hour from here. You can hit all 3 in an hour 10 maybe.
They're not. But I could stay I could just push it an extra day, and we could go Tuesday the 27th against the Braves.
See all 3.
I ain't got shit to do. I'm at work at your house, so
yeah. I mean, we'll see with the schedule on that.
That is a lot, though.
That's a lot. That's a lot of seam. Angels on the road at Houston. Trevor, what do you think of this one?
I mean, Hayden Wesneski looked pretty damn good his last outing. What did he do in that one?
The kid's growing up, man. I'm so proud of him. He's growing up.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty fadeable last year. I mean, 3 earned to start the year, 2 earned at Seattle. Still won 7 innings. Kyle Hendricks, he's been all right this year. I don't know if I really want to back him, but Houston at 158 seems a little steep, given what the Angels' offense can do. And what Houston's offense can't do at times. So at this price, I don't mind Hendricks, 133. He's been solid. I know Wesneski has too. Maybe an under, but 8.5 feels a tad high for a team that struggles to score offensively like Houston. And then, the Angels can put up 4 or 5 too. So it's just a matter of how much will Houston score. Wind, I believe, is blowing in
crazy
here today
for this.
No.
Under
in
the teacup. You're betting an under 8.5 in the teacup with Kyle.
I'm sorry. Is the Astros offense great?
Dude, the Portland Sea Dogs could put up a 9-piece against Kyle Hendricks. You're betting,
especially coming off a shutout performance. I would take.
I don't care. It's not like he's going against
in the teacup, Trevor.
A team that has offense, the Houston
box.
Yeah, this isn't the same team that's been in the juice box the last 10 years.
Yeah.
This team sucks. Give me the Angels money line or the under. I don't know which one I'll bet. One of them.
So you're stuck between backing Kyle Hendricks or backing Kyle Hendricks and Wesneski.
Yeah.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
It's Sunday.
Blind
Weird
fade
shit happened.
over in the teacup.
I'm sure the over's probably free.
Blind fade in the teacup. This is ridiculous.
Oh my God. He's torn between backing Kyle Hendricks or both Kyle Hendricks and Wesneski in the teacup.
100%.
What do you think? What do you think, Toast?
Not to talk shit, but I would definitely play over if I had to pick one. I didn't play it, but if I had to pick one, it would definitely be over.
Yeah, no shit. That's crazy.
Just
in the teacup
out there.
Wind's blowing
I don't
out,
know.
so I guess that's a problem.
In the teacup, yeah.
I don't know what to expect from Wesneski. I think if you've watched this show, you guys know that I really like this kid, and there's some talent there. He is coming off a 7 innings performance, only 82 pitches, which is really good for him, and he didn't walk anybody, which is another really good sign. My long story short, I do expect him to pitch well. My problem is that this Angels offense has been so much better. One of the best units in Major League Baseball that nobody pays attention to. I mean, even if you go by last year, I mean, they were close to like a 780 OPS as a team versus right-handed pitching. I mean, obviously Trout really helps that, and depending on if Soler or not is really good. I mean, Soler's more of a lefty guy, but regardless, I just feel like this is a spot where the Astros could get right here against Kyle Hendricks, who just has had 2 starts this year, both of them pretty good. But if there's one thing that we know about Kyle Hendricks is that sooner or later, if there's a couple good ones coming, a bad one's coming sooner or later. On top of that, Astros bullpen's ready and good to go. They only used King yesterday. The Angels is fine, but they used Jansen. They used all their top arms, and remember, they don't have Joyce either. So I would say Houston, like a small bet on Houston -1.5 at like +130. But you can leave Houston up for me, Kyle. But I do think that Houston wins. I don't know how I'm actually going to play it. I'll probably end up playing Houston 1.5 really small at the big plus price is probably what's going to end up happening. Unless I can find a pair.
37 OPS Astros really scare you in a 100 ISO.
Dude,
That's
again,
scary shit.
You're looking at the wrong side. Look at Kyle Hendricks in the teacup with wind blowing out. That's
it's Sunday.
freaking
Weird shit
crazy.
Happens. Watch Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah, weird shit happens. The score's going to be 13-11.
7 strikeouts.
The score's going to be 9-7 at the end of 5 innings, Trevor.
Bet the first 5 over then. Sounds like you got a really good edge on it. And it'd only be in 4.5.
True.
Only 4.5. It's like the highest first 5 over on the board. Detroit on the road in Minnesota.
I didn't know it was called Diacon Park now. Fuck off.
What park is that?
Corporate.
The juice box.
Oh, you mean the teacup?
Yeah. Sorry.
True or false here? Detroit has the starting pitching advantage.
True. No question.
Do you think that's a hot take? Because obviously I agree.
I don't know. I don't think it's that. Probably not. I don't know. I think it's probably a wash, to be honest with you. I mean, if we're talking hot take, I don't think anybody's really going to bat for SWR. I mean, he pitches 4 innings and gives up 3 runs. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him no matter what. So, man, this Twins team is so bad. So bad.
So bad,
dude.
You know what? I think I saw on Twitter, someone tweeted out the Twins record this year, and then they combined the end of last year, and they have the worst record in baseball since like mid-August or something. If you combine the end of last year, like the collapse as well, they've been the worst team in baseball, and that includes the likes of the Marlins and the Rockies. Like, they're that bad.
I mean,
we're pulling 80% Tigers.
That again, I was gonna say the only way that you bet Minnesota today is to put a middle finger to the world, and I tried that on Friday, guys. It didn't work out very well for me. So
I put a middle finger to Minnesota.
Yeah, I tried really hard, and that was like the best spot I thought I could get in like the 7-run 9th or 7-run 5th or whatever the bullshit was. I don't care. Casey, I will say this. Casey Mize has looked untouchable. I don't think that's the Casey Mize we're always going to continue to see. In that same breath, I don't know if Minnesota is going to be the team to punish him. So you can put up Detroit for me. I won't be betting it because I know it's going to be a public dog. If there was any way I could get to Minnesota today, anyway, I would bet it, but I can't. I'm not doing it. So Minnesota, they probably win easy being in a Sunday. There's no chance in hell I touch it.
Yeah, you could copy and paste. I can't do it. I have to look myself in the mirror when I wake up in the morning, and I can't bet the Twins. The Tigers had their. If you were gonna fade the Tigers and take a shot at the Twins, I feel like yesterday was the day with the Tigers bullpen being taxed up. But they got their rest. The main arms in the Tigers bullpen got their rest, so they have majority of their bullpen available. Casey Mize looks great, and even if you are going to stand on the soapbox or whatever the hell that expression is and say Casey Mize is going to come back down to earth, like Toast said, are the Twins the lineup to do it? And B, I mean, Woods Richardson kind of sucks, and he might not be good at all. So Also, doesn't Woods Richardson struggle against lefty bats? Is that? I'm gonna pull that up while Trevor talks. That's your cue, Trevor.
No, Detroit plus 102. I'm seeing. I don't know how you don't take the money line. Shit, I'm tempted to take the -1.5 plus 150. It's Minnesota. We're talking Minnesota.
Oh my God!
I don't really know how much we have to.
No Correa today.
Correa's out. Yep. Give me. You know what? Give me Detroit -1.5.
Careful.
Why? Why get greedy, bro?
Yeah, that's
well,
just
now
crazy.
the money line just dropped to -105, so now it moved. Dude, I don't care. It's Detroit. It's Woods Richardson, the Twins bullpen, not to including. You're going to factor in their offense. Give me the Tigers -1.5. I don't care. If they lose to the Twins, so be it. If they win by 1, so be it. But they should win this game again, like 5-1 or something, like they have been. Like, if you want to put faith in Minnesota, be my guest. But I have zero faith. Tigers one of the best offenses against righties, not to mention one of the better teams this year too. So give it to me. I don't care. I do not care. 1.5. Detroit.
Guys,
plus
he doesn't care, guys. He does not care.
I'm not sure if you're aware. I do not care.
Philly. Let's talk Phillies Cardinals. Did get my Cardinals bet. You know what? I would have went 2-0 in this series because I was leaning Phillies -1.5 yesterday, but I didn't bet that. Could have used it. But I also thought yesterday was going to be a high. I also thought yesterday was going to be a high-scoring game, though, and it wasn't. Phillies won 4-1. I mean, Liberatore has been known to pitch well at Busch. You got to have a set of stones on you to fade Wheeler, but I'm just saying, Liberatore at home is if you're going to back Liberatore, you want to do it at Busch. How have the Phillies been against lefties? I'll look.
I was going to say I don't know off the top of my head. I know that they've been waiting to see lefties. So they've only seen 2 lefties this year.
They've seen 4.
Gore, Freeland, Sale, and Parker. Mitchell Parker.
So the Phillies did not get to Mackenzie Gore. Pretty much, I think that was opening day. But they've pretty much hit every single lefty they've seen since then. They didn't score any runs on Mitchell Parker, but they had a bunch of base runners. Mitchell Parker pitched pretty well. So I mean, the Phillies are looking okay against lefties.
Phillies -1.5 for me. I'm getting anytime I can get Zach Wheeler off of an embarrassing performance, most likely going to try to figure out a way to back him, especially at -2 or under the -200 level. Still getting essentially even money at that -1.5. The Phillies are significantly better versus left-handed pitching as well, considering compared to right-handed pitching, especially the guys that, like in their bottom of that lineup. It really helps. So you get that on top of the fact that I don't really think that this St. Louis team is very good. I know that they've played somewhat decent to start the year, but I think this price is a little bit off to me. I think that there's a chance that the Phillies can really get to Liberatore. So, and it's not that the fact that he hasn't been really good. It's just the fact that I have to see it before I really believe it with him. There's going to be spots where we can back Liberatore, but today I don't really feel like it's one of them. I think that Zach Wheeler shoves today. So yeah, and also Zach Wheeler didn't pitch well in St. Louis last year. I think that he bounces back from that. So yeah, I really like the Phillies today. That's
supposed to be pretty significant wind in this one. The problem is it's kind of blowing out to left field. So anybody that's a righty that pulls the ball, maybe a home run bet on them. Is there anybody in the Phillies lineup that fits that description? A righty that pulls the ball? Castellanos, does he pull the ball?
Yeah, Castellanos. Honestly, it would probably be Trey Turner.
He pulls the ball, though? I feel like he hits it all over the place.
When Trey Turner hits home runs, he pulls the ball. That's for sure. So he doesn't really hit a whole bunch of, unless I'm like,
what's Trey Turner home run?
Trey Turner home run would be plus 420-ish. I mean, that's 470 on DraftKings or FanDuel, 400 on BetMGM. But yeah, something like that.
What do you think, Trev?
The Cardinals had 11 base runners yesterday. I know they went against Chris Sanchez. Well, it's not. I mean, You
And
said
Chris
yourself.
Sanchez is a lefty, and he's a lefty. Not a right.
I get that, but they still had 11 base runners and didn't bring anyone in. Those are the kind of spots where I like to back a team total the next day. Like, you got that many, you got to get something today. I know Wheeler is Zach Wheeler, but you said to yourself he's struggled here against this Cardinals team on the road. Not to mention, it's windy as fuck today. The Braves put up 5 against him. I know they see him more often, obviously, so they're more familiar with him. But plus 115 for over 3.5 runs, like, I'm kind of tempted. I don't know if I want to pull the trigger, but if I was going to bet something, I would just bet Cardinals over 3.5. They've been an over team. They can hit the ball. They can't stop anything. So maybe an over 8. But I think if Wheeler was going to shove, this would be more like 7.5, because it would be like 4-1 like it was yesterday against the Cardinals. I think we're going to get some runs out of St. Louis here at home. And again, it's Sunday. Weird shit happens. Give me the over 3.5. Not betting it though.
So I pulled it up. Who pulls the ball most? Let's look specifically against left-handed pitcher. JT Realmuto has an 80% pull rate against lefties this year. Realmuto's hitting a home run. Somebody give me the price on that.
Plus 4, 500 on FanDuel.
Boom.
That's not happening.
80% pull rate against lefties with heavy wind blowing out to left field. What are you, nuts? He's hitting a home run. He'll get a pop fly out. I'm betting this. You know what? Betting it now before I forget.
Trey Turner.
One second.
Now you're making me look up freaking JT Realmuto. I hate you right now.
I mean, if you want to miss out on this home run, then miss out on it. I don't
No,
care.
it's fine. He's a lefty. Liberatore. How many does he have? Ooh. Okay, that's an easy pass.
I don't even care what you just looked at. 520.
It's nothing that would bother you anyway. It's just me personally.
All right, I'm in. JT Realmuto home run plus 520 is actually what I got on FanDuel. I'm sharing it to the Discord now. Trevor, what did you say again? I was looking at stats when you were talking.
Cardinals over 3.5 plus 115, but I'm probably not going to fire it, to be honest.
Let's move on to the next game.
Friend to friend, Trevor, I wouldn't do it. Zach Wheeler.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. You and everybody else in the world is thinking that after this last game. He's not going to have 2 bad games in a row. Bounce back.
Who were you imitating there?
I don't know.
Trust me, Trevor. If there's one guy I know, it's Zach Wheeler.
Be my guess. I'm not betting it, so sure. I hope he shoves. But you give me 11 base runners and only 1 run. That's a recipe for some runs the next day. I don't care who's pitching.
I mean, you could have said that about them the day before that too, when they scored 2, or the day before that when they scored 1.
Well, I didn't look at the game then, so I wasn't aware of the
Kodai Senga.
Can I just say, I hope we get Senga Yamamoto so bad. Anyway, I'm done.
We already got Sasaki Yamamoto.
I know, but I want
Sasaki looked sharp last night, by the way.
Dude, yeah, put up the last 3 runs. The Cubs scored what, 15, 14 runs?
Yo, looks like San Diego got lucky. Sucks to be the Dodgers.
No, Sasaki didn't look that bad. I was joking. The bullpen got lit up.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think he looked that great anyway. It's not.
No,
he's not the guy that. He's not the generational talent that we all thought he once was, right?
You like Kodai Senga here or not, yo?
Not really. To be honest. I don't understand. I don't understand the price, to be honest with you, though. Just because I do think that Severino's been pretty damn bad. And the only time that he's looked good was on the road in Seattle, a place where runs are almost impossible to score. And his 2 starts, albeit the Padres and the Cubs, 2 of the better offenses in baseball so far, he's been absolutely shelled in this ballpark. So I have no reason to think that the Mets aren't going to be able to shell him either. So we also saw a really low scoring game yesterday in this ballpark. So you can put the over up for me. I don't know if I actually bet it. I might actually play Mets team total over. Let me get that number for you guys really quickly, so we're not just talking out of our ass. Mets team total over 4.5 minus 120 would be my pick in this game. So yeah, I until I see Sevy pitch well in this ballpark, I can't trust him to pitch well in this ballpark. So the Mets had a little bit of a lull offensively yesterday. If that happens twice in a place like San Diego, so be it. But I'll take my chances on the Mets putting up some runs. So Mets team total over 4.5.
I kind of like what you just said, especially coming off the low-scoring game yesterday. I kind of think we're going to see runs too. So I'll put over up for myself too. What about you, Trevor?
I like the under in this one. I bet under 9, minus 115. I think Severino absolutely shoves. He's been dog shit all year. Now he gets to go against his old team that didn't pay him. I think he shoves, and then Senga. I like Senga. I'm a big Senga guy. I faded his strikeouts versus the Marlins the second go around because I'd already seen him, but the A's haven't seen him yet. Trying to find the numbers here. I just had it.
You're looking at strikeouts?
Only five plate appearance. No, I haven't been incredibly great with props this year, so I'm just going to lay off that. But I like the under here. Wind's blowing in big time from left field, 12 miles an hour. 77 degrees, so it's a nice day, but I still think both these pitchers absolutely shove, and Severino just shocks everybody. Why is Severino's been absolutely ass in the Mets with Kodai Senga at such a cheap price? Like, something doesn't feel right. I think we get an absolute masterclass here, and this will be like a 3-2 game, 4-3, something like that. So give me under 9. Love it.
Disagree. Next. What's next on the board? Trevor gets to talk about his Brew Crew. So, by the way, in case you haven't been watching all year, after the Yankee series, the Brewers started 0-3. Trevor declared that he was done with the team. The season was over. We were punting for next year. He was done. The Brewers won a baseball game. He declared the Brewers were all the way back, and they're ready to go on a playoff run. Now the Brewers lost the game, blew a lead, and
we not just lose.
Yeah, you blew a lead in the ninth inning, so now Trevor is back saying they're done. So you're out on the Brewers now.
No, that's fine. They
I'm
are
asking
done.
You.
No, they are done. They are done. Like that was a back-breaking loss yesterday.
They are done,
dude. 5 runs in the ninth inning? Are you kidding me?
We're 10 games in.
Dude, I don't care.
And he's
I've
changed
seen
his
enough.
mind 3 times already.
I've seen enough. Like that hurt my soul to watch last night.
Oh, I bet that would have killed me too.
I was incredibly just devastated, to say the least. I actually commented on the Brewers Facebook post. That's how mad I was.
Oh my God, I gotta find that.
This has got to be the Brewers though. It's Zach Gallen, fastball Freddy.
Fastball Freddy?
Nice. Yeah, first 5 though. The Brewers bullpen is absolutely fried. First 5. What's the money? I'm not betting this, but they just killed yesterday. Nobody's gonna want to back him. Zach Gallen minus 115 on the money line. I guess I'll take that, but no, I'm not. They gotta show up and have some heart and some pride here. Like, you just got embarrassed, to say the least, yesterday. Diamondbacks are feeling good. They're riding high. They just came back. I think they come out a little hungover. Fastball Freddy's been solid this year. First 5 money line or nothing, but I'm not betting this game. Not to mention Zach Gallen at home. So that's where I sit on this one.
Is this cheating ass roof open or not?
It should be. It was closed. They said it was going to be closed the next couple of days. Let me pull up. I got it in my favorites. Chase Field, roof information, Sunday, April 13th, 1 p.m. Closed.
Is that good? Or what does that mean again? This stupid ballpark?
Suppresses runs. You want, when it's open, the air, pressure, ball flies. Releases.
I don't know. What do you want?
This number on Arizona is so cheap it doesn't even make sense. You guys know that I hate Zach Gallen with a passion. That being said, at home is usually a spot that you can trust him to pitch. This year, the opposite has happened, albeit it was the Cubs who had already played a couple games before. Regardless, he gave up 4 runs to the Cubs. He goes on the road to New York and against the Yankees, absolutely shoves. He comes back at home again and gets absolutely throttled against Baltimore. He doesn't really have great numbers against. He faced this Milwaukee team last year twice. Nothing really special. 5 innings, 3 runs each time. But if you guys remember, The one game is why the reason that I truly hate Zach Gallen even more was that road start on the road in Milwaukee where he had like a 4-run lead in the 5th inning, ended up giving up 5 runs or something like that to kill my first 5-run line. But I think that he comes back and he can shove here today. The reason that I think this price is so weird, I guess they're giving Freddie a lot of respect, Freddie Peralta a lot of respect, who has been really, really good over his last 7 starts going back to last year. He has really good numbers against Arizona, especially Arizona in Arizona. My issue is that how do you not play Arizona -120 with Gallen in a bounce back spot? They haven't used anybody in the bullpen for 3 days. Milwaukee's used McGill, Koenig, Uribe, Hudson, Piamps, Mears, all these guys yesterday. The top 3 arms have went 2 of the last 3 days or back-to-back days. I mean, this seems like a freaking layup with Arizona being so free. So cheap, being the way that this matchup is on paper. So
honestly,
you can put
though,
Arizona.
I'll bet this with you, and the reason why I'm not sketched out by the price is, bro, Arizona's been consistently mispriced for a week now. There's been almost every single Arizona game. I'm like, how are they only -135? Like, I feel like the market. Remember, I was talking about this thing a week ago. The market had bailed on the Snakes bats. I don't know what it is, but the market value of Arizona has plummeted in the last week. So this is not a team that I'm no longer going to be like, oh, this price is sketchy, because for whatever reason, the sharp money coming in that's influencing this market does not like Arizona. And you know what? They're 3-1 in their last 4 games. They were underpriced that entire Baltimore series. They've been underpriced in this series. The market just bailed on Arizona. I'm betting this.
Yeah, I'm good with you too. And I will say the times that they've looked bad, and we've known this, the Arizona is much worse versus left-handed pitching. So obviously Quintana, they didn't look good against. They didn't really good against Mitchell Parker. But okay, I'm in. Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, why everyone bailed on Arizona.
Marte getting hurt, I think.
But they're still winning games, so it's not like they've been playing bad. I don't.
And for me,
I think it was Marte getting hurt, by the way.
Yeah. And for me, the Quintana thing, like, I thought I was on the Brewers that day because I don't think Quintana's a solid veteran pitcher. Like, I didn't expect a team in Arizona who struggles versus lefties is going to come out and just spark a guy just because he didn't go to spring training. Like, that's just not how it works in my head. So, all right.
And by the way, even if you're not a Zach Gallen guy, what Toe said about the bullpens is true. I mean, the Brewers bullpen is fucked, like completely screwed.
That's why first 5, and then they blow it and lose again in the 8th or 9th inning.
I think fastball Freddie might get sparked as well. But all right,
he's been solid. He's back.
But
it's even a matter of time.
But no. I like the advantage in the late innings. So even if Freddie does pitch well, which is possible, I still like my bet. Rangers.
Yo. Another free.
What a matchup.
Gilbert's about the deal. Toast is about to bet it over.
Yep.
I can tell you what Toast is going to say. He's taking the over because Mariners and Rangers games always go over, and it's like pretty significant.
Yep, 11 of the last 12, over 6.5. Set it and forget it, boys. Have a good day.
Logan Gilbert deals. I'd go Mariners. Trev.
Yeah, I don't want to do it, but I'll take Seattle money line. It is a day game, so their bats should be a little bit better, but
no, it's the opposite.
No.
Hey, when I've bet them, it's been during the day this year, and it's worked out pretty well for me.
Dude, this team is
And
terrified of the sunlight.
There was one more.
Terrified.
There was only 2 spots, but there was one other one, and it was that San Fran game. Logan Gilbert, I get Eovaldi's an inning eater, but I still don't trust Texas offense. They're whatever. And Logan Gilbert's just absolutely shoving this year. So I'll take, them at a fairly cheap price, -135 with Gilbert on the bump. This game screams like 3-2 final though. Like,
yeah,
absolutely.
I agree. But
I think it does.
So no. I am in 100% agreement with you. In fact, I'd be like, even 3-2 is pushing it where the run's coming from. But Toast is right. For whatever reason, these two teams always play high scoring games. 11 of the last 12 have gone over the total. So, I mean, you even look at the last night's game. I mean, like on paper, these games shouldn't go over, but they do. They just always do when these two teams play. So
it's so wild. I don't know what it is. It's always something happens in the late inning where a team gets tied and then another team goes up another 2. It's just, yeah. I know that sounds stupid, my reasoning. I could give you guys the game logs. I'm not going to, but just trust me. This team score runs.
Who pitched for the Rangers last night?
Was that Rocker or was that the day before?
Yeah, it was Kumar Rocker. Yeah. All right. So Rockies on the road at San Diego. We all know Toast is terrified of the Rockies.
I bet San Diego last night in a moneyline parlay. I played them and Phillies together, so that was nice.
San Diego -1.5 again. Is this what do the Padres have on deck here? Padres are home against the Cubs, but no travel or anything. They'll want to handle this one.
Yeah. I don't. It'd be Padres -1.5 or pass. It's not that I don't. I just don't know what to expect from Kyle Freeland. I guess I don't know. Like maybe I don't know if it was like the first start, but again, he looked really bad against Milwaukee, sure, but I don't think the 2 starts on the road were like that bad. I mean, 12 and 2/3 total innings, 11 hits, 3 runs against Tampa Bay in a AAA ballpark, and then Philadelphia, who's pretty damn good. I'm just not there to like completely fade him. And then Michael King's been kind of hit or miss this year, to be honest. I mean, again, he's just not been the Michael King that he was last year and whatnot. I mean, he's still been very good, but if there's one thing that Michael King has struggled with is what? This Colorado's Rockies team. We faced this Rockies team last year 2 times. 9 innings, 16 hits, 10 runs, 5 walks. It really wasn't good. It is Sunday. Yeah, I'm not betting this game. I don't want anything to do with this game. I'm not betting it either. No.
Trev?
It would be Padres 1.5 or nothing. Again, just rinse, repeat. It's Colorado away from home. Hit the first 2 games on the series, like both plus money. So whatever, I'm going to be up money in this series no matter what. I'm just going to throw another half unit on the -1.5. It's -110, which sucks. Maybe even a Michael King record win. Because if the Padres cover this 1.5, it's because they jump out and they're just going to do their thing. They scored 2 runs last night and they still covered the 1.5. Like Colorado can't score shit. So yeah, 1.5 or nothing. But I'm going to do it. I've already got money on this series, so happy.
Take the fucking Rockies so bad.
Don't.
I'm not. I just want to so bad.
Sunday night baseball. The Dodgers coming off getting blown out in front of their home fans.
Worst home loss in franchise history.
Was it really?
It was like maybe 1910. There was something else, but yeah. 16-0. Woo!
That's over 100 years.
You know what was crazy is that we were sweating that over for a minute too.
Yeah.
It was 1-0 in like the 7th inning. All right, so Toast, what are you doing here?
Man, I think we just play another over here, to be dead honest with you. Over 8.5. Don't get too crazy with it. Glass now kind of hit or miss for me, but I don't know how long he's going to stay into this game. And I don't worry about this Cubs offense. I know that they didn't have to face the Dodgers bullpen yesterday, but they did see him the day before that. And then you have Colin Ray on the mound, who I think that he's better than people give him credit for. I don't really like him in a spot after the Dodgers just got embarrassed. I just don't want to pay -130 or -125 for Dodgers -1.5. So I do think that this Cubs team has shown, especially offensively, that they've been serviceable enough to make me a little bit worried, at least. Do I think that the Dodgers bounce back sooner or later? Yes. But at the same time, can we start talking about, like, are the Dodgers good? Or is that just me being a crazy Padres fan? Because they're a 500 baseball team. You are what your record says.
Fine, dude. Relax.
So I just wanted to point that out there. I don't know. I mean, they're 500 on the road. They've won a couple easy games at home. We'll see if they're really that good, but over 8.5 for me.
Trev?
Dodgers over 5.5 plus 115. Colin Ray is going. Obviously, he's not going to go deep.
Yeah, that is your boy.
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't have his jersey in your locker.
Nope, I didn't, because they didn't have it on sale at the time.
You got to customize it. Too expensive.
No, there's a gas station here that gets cheap jerseys. I get mine for about $25 a pop.
Of course they do.
Stitched on too. They're stitched and they're spelled right. I like the over 5.5. Like Toast said, worst loss in franchise history, or at least in the last 100 years. I think they come out and they bombs away on this one. And the weather is blowing out. Right field, 8 miles an hour, 70 degrees. they got to show up again. I'm gonna take this. The run line's -130. I don't want to pay -130. I think they put up at least like 6-7 runs here today. Like they got to come out pissed off and angry, and do their thing. Not to mention they have fairly decent numbers versus Rhea, but he's not going to go deep in this game regardless. So 2-3 innings at most, and then it's bullpen games. So I get that's a little iffy, but I don't care. The Dodgers have to show back up here, and then they have to get this done. Glasnow, he hasn't looked incredibly great either, so that's really not why I want to play the run line. But Cubs also scored 16 last night. Are they going to really? Is their offense going to do something again? Like we've seen what the Red Sox have done since they put up 18 runs. Like they've done nothing. So just give me the team total for the Dodgers +115. I'll take that.
All right, we are on the second poll of the community parlay. First winner was the Yankees. So community parlay, Yankees money line.
Somebody asked me my top bet. I have 3 open bets open right now. If I had to choose one, as gross as it is, probably Toronto.
I kind of like that one too.
Like, I know that's gross, but that's probably, if I had to pick one, that'd probably be my favorite. It's either that or Atlanta first 5 run line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end poll. It's very close. Royals edges it out. They both were 30%. Royals just edged it out. Yankees money line, Royals money line. Let's go. Third poll is
It's gonna be a juicy parlay.
Tigers money line. A lot of people picked that one, and that's a dog, so that should juicing it up a little bit. If that
Take the
works.
run line with the Tigers
No, that's not how we do the community parlay.
I'm just saying.
Can't be changing the rules.
Trevor doesn't follow the rules.
He's not the type of guy that follows the rules.
He lives in a place where gas stations have jerseys, okay? Who knows what's going on over there?
Dude, it's so fucking clutch. You're just standing there waiting to check. He's like, oh, hey, they got new jerseys outside.
He buys his jerseys at a gas station.
Hey, man, they're freaking primo. Spelled right, stitched on.
Hey, if they're stitched, I feel you, dude.
My pipes
Jerseys-
are primo, champ.
Jerseys are so expensive nowadays. It's ridiculous.
No one got that.
Not
I know
gonna warm
Trevor
up your
got
voice.
the reference.
Now you're going to warm up your voice. My pipes are primo, Chad.
Ask whatever about my pipes.
Broccoli rock.
It's like if you wait one more day, your baby would be born on the same day as Bud Brooks. All right.
What are you guys talking about?
By the way, this is who's in the championship today. Shipley did choke. Carl Bell. And here's what's hilarious. Not only did he choke a huge lead, he's actually dropped to third. He didn't even
We've been
finish.
saying it all week that it would happen.
Yeah, we've been saying all week he was going to choke the lead. He didn't even finish in second. He finished in third place in his division. Trevor won Eastern Spit, so Trevor's in the finals today. Boston Gritty almost blew that lead. He was up like 6 units. He ended up only winning by like a unit. Probably played heavy favorites to play it safe, though, if we're being honest. Bottom champions. Dom was in 6th place. I was in I think 2nd or 3rd. And Dom came back from being down like 2 units to win Creepy Uncle Division. Chia Betts wins European Fish, and Mr. Frump hold on to his lead to win the Poor. So those are the 6 people in the championship today. New league starts tomorrow. There was a lot of people asking. I think tomorrow's league's gonna have a lot of people in it. There's a lot, so I upped it to $200 to the winner this week. If more people join, I'll make it $250 next week. If more people, seems like more and more people are getting into it. So that's tomorrow. Yankees money line, Royals money line, Tigers money line, and let's finish out the community parlay there. We got the Mariners.
One more. Mr. Weskers, everybody thinks Rondon's garbage. You're not a hater. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. And what is the last leg of the community parlay? Cast your votes. Cast your votes. So far, it's Yankees, Royals, Tigers. How do I get in the league? It's for people. If you're signed up on the website or in the Discord, it's something I run for like our group. So you sign up to Sauce Network Plus on the on KyleKirms.com, and it comes with like the spreadsheets and Discord and the picks and all that. It's all one big thing. It's kind of like ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's like I call it Sauce Network Plus because it's kind of like if you like the network, it's like more content type of thing, spreadsheets and giveaways and handicapping competitions and shit like that. I don't want to be very strongly do not want to be a tout service. So try to give out content.
I would say the league isn't. I mean, the league is more of like a fun, interactive thing that everybody enjoys to talk shit and make their picks and all that stuff. It's not like here's our picks, tail them. This is what we do. Plus 807 on that parlay, by the way.
808 on DraftKings.
Yeah,
don't lose the value.
Mine says 807 on DraftKings. I'm just saying.
I'm using the 808. So yes, everybody. Thanks for watching. Go enjoy your Sunday. I'll be in the Discord, but I'm also going to be watching the Masters at my uncle's house. He's having like a Masters party. So I'll be over there for a little, but I'll still have my phone on me. Like I'll be in there. Bet responsibly today. Be back. You guys want to do a midnight show tonight or no?
Yeah, I'm down.
Up to you.
Let's do a midnight show. See you guys at midnight. See you guys in 12 hours. We'll talk about Monday's baseball. If you're in the championship, you got 1 hour to submit for the league, but I just checked, and I think 5 people of the 6 had already submitted. So everyone pretty much
I got to do mine right now.
Yeah, I think you're the last one. I think everyone else submitted except you.